Hey, what's going on everyone? It's me, Mr. Mario, and in case you do not know, around this time of year it is E3 time. This is when I normally make a series of videos where I talk about my thoughts and kind of recap the conferences that I see. I normally do the main events that are, the console-related ones, so Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, that's going to be tomorrow, and then PC gaming. By the way, if you're interested in my PC gaming thoughts, that's going to be tomorrow, but tonight we're going to be talking about Sony here. So honestly, with this conference, I can say it wasn't anything that was just utterly hype. Like, if you go back and watch my E3 2016 Sony conference recap, I was truly hyped off that conference. I didn't feel the hype here, but I can say I did get excited for a few games that I saw, and I feel like what they did was pretty good. They went, they showed games, they showed extended footage of games, and things that I was really able to see. There were several games that we've already seen last year, but there were also some games that we didn't know about, which I'm going to get into here. So if I'm kind of looking off screen right there, it's because I'm looking at my note sheet. But we first start off with Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. We've already known about this. This is just a bit of a trailer. I think just kind of an expansion at that, so something we already knew about. Horizon Zero Dawn: The Forest Wilds, excuse me. I have not played Horizon Zero Dawn. I actually don't own it. I haven't played it yet. I need to. That is a game I need to pick up, but I have so many other games that I need to kind of work through those first. So for anybody who has played Horizon and really enjoyed it, I bet you're excited about this DLC. I myself, I need to actually play Horizon, then maybe I should just get a complete version whenever it comes out. Now, Days Gone, I can say I was absolutely impressed at this. This is a game that we already saw revealed last year, but we got to see more of it. It looked, like, graphically, it looked absolutely astounding. The gameplay looked great. The pacing was solid on there. And Zombie Bear as well, too. Zombie Bear. But I don't have anything bad to say about Days Gone. And that's also another thing I've noticed with these games that were revealed last year that they're now showing again this year. They've improved noticeably, and they look much nicer, and they, like, not only graphical wise, but just even gameplay wise, they look much more enticing than they were last year, which last year they still looked good, but Days Gone looked fantastic here. Monster Hunter World, that's been confirmed for the PS4 as well, and I'd heard this floating around, but now we have it confirmed. One big surprise, though, one big surprise that I hadn't heard anything about was Shadow of the Colossus. I don't know if this is going to be a remake or if it's going to be a reboot. All we know is it's Shadow of the Colossus, it's coming out 2018. The bit we saw of it looked beautiful. It looked beautiful, it looked astounding. It would definitely be a game to check out, for sure. I was almost going to say it was like an HD remake, but they already did that on PS3, and they're not including Eco in it, so, or Ico, however you say it. So, honestly, all I know is Shadow of the Colossus 2018. We don't know if it's a reboot or remake or what. But then after that, they had Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, showed gameplay on there. One of the best parts was, I believe his name's Rocket Raccoon. I need to brush up on Guardians of the Galaxy, but he was pretty much just bickering with Dante and ended up stealing Dante's guns and using them against him. Priceless. Priceless moment right there. Call of Duty World War II. Let's call it. The trailer was nice. That's what I saw on Twitter. The trailer was nice, but that's about all I have to say about it. They went into their whole VR section where they had Star Child, they had, which we don't know all too much about, but, it was a trailer there. Skyrim VR, they're releasing Skyrim on yet another platform and re-releasing it. Now, the Inpatient, that's what it is. I was going to say the Impatient, but no, it's the Inpatient. This looks very interesting, just from the little bit we saw, and I know it wasn't an explicit gameplay trailer, but supposedly it looks like it's going to play like a cinematic type game, similar to how Until Dawn was, and the reason why I say that is because it's by Supermassive Games, the same company that also made Until Dawn. This, to me, just from that little glimpse, is a game that I definitely want to play. Now, I'm sure it's going to be VR capable, just because they had it in the VR section of the conference, but I have a feeling it's also going to be playable perfectly with just a regular controller. So I think I'm going to round up some friends and we're going to play through that, kind of like what we did with Until Dawn, which if you haven't done that with Until Dawn, highly recommend it. That is a fantastic game to do that with. There was another game from Supermassive Games, which is a VR battle type game called Bravo Team. It looks like a military shooter. That's about it. It looks like a VR military shooter. I don't really have much else to say on it. But there's a fishing Final Fantasy game. There's a VR Final Fantasy 15 fishing game. The next game was called Moss, which is starring a little cute mouse. That was cool. I was we need a Fox game on PlayStation, man. I was kind of wanting a Fox game, but you know, if we have like a cute little mouse RPG action adventure like mini type game, that looked fun too, admittedly. Now, one of my favorite parts of this was seeing God of War. We got to see God of War last year for the first time, which was absolutely astounding, absolutely mind-blowing, and we got to see God of War here. And it looks even better, again, graphically, but also gameplay-wise. We've seen it expanded on. This looks fantastic, and I will be sure to pick it up next year. It says it's coming out early 2018, so I definitely want to get my hands on this. I have not wanted to play a God of War game as bad as this. God of War I've had a passing interest in, but this just looks absolutely fantastic. We got to see more of Detroit Become Human. Again, a game that we've seen already, but is looking even better than the previews we've seen before, so these are all just expanding and expanding. We got to see Destiny 2. I don't trust them after the first Destiny. And honestly, I think the thing that really has killed any type of Destiny 2 interest for me is, yeah, they're showing some cinematic stuff, but they really lacked in the story on the first one, despite them trying to say they've improved on it. And also, I saw gameplay, and honestly, I'll put it like this, if you put Destiny 2 gameplay in front of me and told me it was a new Destiny 1 expansion that was coming out, I would believe you. Like, I would not doubt a word you were saying. And then the last game they showed was Spider-Man, where they had an extended gameplay trailer of it, and it was probably about 10 minutes or so of gameplay. It looks really good. It is modernized. It does look beautiful on the PlayStation 4 hardware, but also still has like that wackiness that I really enjoyed from the first Spider-Man the movie game that was on PS2 and Xbox, and did it come out on PC? I don't remember. But either way, those were the games they shared. I feel like that was a solid amount of titles that they presented, and I feel like they did a good job with it as well, too. Again, nothing that I got absolutely hyped for. Like last year, I will say Microsoft and Sony both had great conferences. I liked Sony's more, but Microsoft was still definitely on par for that. But this one, I will say that Sony, in my opinion, did deliver better than Microsoft when it came to their conference. And the games that they shared, I felt like they shared a pretty good amount of games and they delivered properly on there. So anyways, let me know what your thoughts are on that. That's just been my recap overall. My last thing I have to say is Sony went all out with the stage props, how it was set up. Like, that was absolutely fantastic. Days Gone, you had, was there snow there? I think there was snow. If there wasn't snow, there was snow on another game. The point is, they had like actual like artificial snow in the auditorium and taking over. The way they did it was beautiful. When it came to Days Gone, when the character was walking and there were zombies and all that stuff just hanging down, they actually had people who were hanging down like undead zombies and were just kind of like moving around and doing all this crazy stuff. That was really impressive to me. That was cool. So it'd be nice to actually, I'm sure it would have been even better in the auditorium, but we'll see. Sony was delivering pretty well though. Anyways, again, let me know what your thoughts are on this. If you like this video, a like would absolutely be appreciated. And if you didn't like it at all, dislikes fine as well too. Tomorrow, again, expect my PC gaming conference recap, and we'll also see what Nintendo has to offer, with Nintendo being Nintendo. We'll see. It's either going to be really good or really bad. I don't know.